Our third creative artist is Derrick Loyd. Derrick Loyd's story just reaches and touches and can resonate with so many people. But he also has, unique a unique story, a unique journey as someone who is a family member of someone who's just as impacted. So again, this conference is obviously to support folks who are just as involved, just as impacted, but we don't want to leave their supporters out. We don't want to leave their family members out. And so this piece that Derrick Loyd will perform for us is a storytelling piece. Okay, and the storytelling piece is called The Reunion. So I want to make sure that Derrick can share his talents with you all and his journey with you all through his storytelling. So without further ado, please welcome Derrick Loyd to the stage. Thanks.
Good afternoon. Oh, wait. Good afternoon. That's better. Thank you for allowing me to be here. In the fall of 1989, me and my mom moved in with my grandfather, Edward Brown, my cousin, DeAndre Brown, and my auntie, Pamela Brown. You see, this is exactly what we needed coming off of a very, very rough divorce. Me, at the ripe age of 8, I was excited. I can remember my grandfather sitting on his lap as he would cut apples. My auntie would show me how to hold the cards to try to play spades. I still run a Boston on you. But my mom, she really wanted to get out. She pleaded with friends, family, because coming up in Gary, Indiana, we lived on a very rough side of town. But the family was love. My auntie was bigger than life, the youngest of 7 siblings. She never met a stranger. But after some time, my mom was able to get a hold of somebody. An old friend allowed us to move into their apartment. In 1990, March, we moved out. So, you know how you move out sometimes, you leave stuff behind. So, on April 10th, me and my mom went back to the house to try to get some supplies that we had left there. But this morning, it was different. When we went to the place that I normally would play out in front of the yard, it was an accordion gate that closed over the door, and there was a bolt on it. And me and my mom were sitting there like, what's going on? This place we came hundreds of times. Why is the door locked? That exact moment, my auntie was in a shootout with police. They pulled her over for conducting a U-turn. The officer got shot. Pam got shot in the hand. Thank God the officer survived. So they apprehended Pam. They met us at the house. The scene that unfolded was unimaginable. Edward Brown Jr., 63 years old. DeAndre Brown, 11 years old, wounded multiple times. My auntie has killed my grandfather and my cousin. I can remember that day, my mom trying to keep it together. And I remember it was just so much stuff going on. I went to the babysitter's house. And at the babysitter's house, I was crawled up in a ball, starting these agonizing migraines. And I remember on a couch, balled up, looking at the TV screen, and I see my family on ABC 7 News. I see my house that I play in front of on Channel News. And at that moment, I started having these agonizing migraines. But I'll tell you something. The great poet Maya Angelou said, you may not be able to control your environment, but you don't have to be reduced by it. And my mom is a saint. I tell you, moms show unconditional love. She was able to dive deep inside her soul to find a saint level of forgiveness. And so, she told me one day, years later, we're going to go see Pam. Nobody has seen Pam in a decade. My mom had started a letter writing campaign to rehabilitate her sister and decided to go see her. And as being a good mama's boy, I decided to go there. And as I and my mom and my uncle, it was only 3 other family members that went. Nobody had seen Pam. We went to the prison. We were kind of like VIPs because the prison knew too. Nobody had came to see Pam. We were like VIP. We still got patted down though. We got patted down. But I can remember that day when I walked in. It was like a picnic. And I saw Pam and she had on a brown outfit. Her eyes shot through my soul. She said, "I want to talk to Derrick." I was a little boy in the tragedy. She told me that I'm so sorry about the stain on the family. She said that I was on drugs. I had a black cloud come over me. And I said, looking down, looking up, I said, if me and my mom would have been there, would you have killed us too? And I started to well up. She looked down and she said, probably. At that exact moment, I looked inside myself. I was wanting to hold on to the hate, the pain, the trauma of the past, but chose to go into the forgiveness of the present. And at that moment, 2 things happened. 1, I gave my auntie a big hug. She became my beloved Aunt Pam from that moment. And 2, never had a migraine again. We continued to go see Pam annually, starting with 5 family members, ending with 30. Sadly, Pam passed away in 2016. We had a beautiful memorial for her. But this is where our power lies. Everybody talks about wanting to be an Avenger. Thor with his mighty hammer, Iron Man with his technology suit, Black Panther with this ancestral power, but we possess the greatest power known to man, forgiveness. Forgiveness is the strongest contributing factor to the healing of the world. And I don't know about you, the world could use a bit more healing right now. And when I say forgiveness, I mean forgiveness for yourself. Every time you felt stupid, every time you failed for the wrong person in a relationship, forgive yourself. Because forgiveness is letting a prisoner free and learning that the prisoner was you. My name is Derrick Loyd, always in search of wisdom, knowledge, and righteousness. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. Thank you so much.